Hi, this is Madelyn with Spiritual Rebirth Tarot. Welcome to my channel. And today I would like to talk about Jupiter direct. So Jupiter has been in retrograde, so we've had some great unlucky times. You know, it's funny, I think my son has had the most unluck today. It's the day that turned direct. So it must be that the very end of the unlucky is happening for him as we're turning into a new energy. But anyway, so as we look into this time of Jupiter being direct, Jupiter is the planet associated with growth, prosperity, and good fortune. So during this cosmic shift, it will feel like pure magic is in the air. Jupiter direct brings positive inspiration, bursts of abundance, unexpected miracles, wonderful opportunities, cheerful optimism, and happiness. And so today I would like to ask the Council of Elders and my guide bell for some advice in this area that we are looking at with Jupiter direct. And so I would like to start with a fairy. And which fairy would like to aid us in the growth and abundance that we will be getting in the next few weeks and months during this time of change? So which fairy is coming to aid us the most at this time? Okay, Arvel the parrot. Now it's very interesting because that is not the first time recently that I have gotten the card. So Arvel is all about the throat chakra. And so it's kind of interesting. We're not quite to the throat chakra yet. We're getting there. But he talks about how you see the light glowing in his throat. So he loves to tell little quips, to talk a little funny things, and also he says that he has as much energy in his elbow chakra as his neck. So this throat chakra and then in the elbows. So if you're having trouble saying what you want to say and doing what you want to do, think about releasing the energy in the elbows and in the neck. And it's a blue color that comes out for our thinking about communication. So Arvel is all about communication. Of course, it's kind of a joke because in the sense that, you know, Polly wants a cracker, so the parrots communicate. So I think he loves practical jokes. He loves looking at things from a funny perspective. And so as he comes to us during the next few weeks, to us as the collective, talking about Jupiter, he's saying, I really want to grow and expand your ability to verbalize. Now, the really cool thing is, let's say that you are amazing at verbalizing. In fact, everyone says to you, you have the biggest mouth in town and that you can't talk. Well, the cool thing is that he's actually about communication. And the other half of communication is listening, is using those ears. And so you could see that he has just as big ears as anything else. And so his big ears are there to listen to you and to help you learn how to listen to others. So the first step in communication is actually to stop and really, really listen. And so I should take that as an opportunity to say, please comment below on things that you would like me to do a reading about. Maybe there's a day coming up in astrology that you'd especially like to know about. Or maybe there's something in your life. I'm not so much into the, your lover will come in 2 years, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like, I think that each of us have different people who will become our guides and help us in guiding you. I mean, all of us turn to God and the source, but on top of that, the other people that work with us and that help us to bring you the messages that you really want to hear at this time. A lot of those people, like this beautiful fairy, they're really much more interested in how we are learning about the law of attraction in our lives and those kind of things. So one of the ways you can learn more about communication too is listening to Abraham Hicks. And as you listen to that and you begin to speak the words and understand better how the law of attraction works, your communication will become better and more sound in the world. So when we think of communication, that's another thing we could think of, is communicating with those that we've lost. And, right after somebody has passed away, they may be looking to talk to their family or friends, but they may be in a state of confusion because they believe that, when they die, that was it, and that was the end. And here, that's not the case. Or maybe they had beliefs other than what happens, because none of us really know until we've died, which I have met some people who've come pretty close. But, until we've actually gone through that experience, we don't necessarily know exactly what is there or what's going to happen to us. And so after that time, though, there is an opportunity to communicate with those that are on the vibrational level, the non-physical. And that is a really great opportunity to learn more about our lives here in the physical and why we're here and what we're trying to do. So all of these great communication tools can come out. So let's take a look at another group, an entity that is wanting to help us, and that would be the shaman. And the shaman are actually is a religion that's been around for like 100,000 years, and there have been many times that a shaman has been able to transcend death and go into a state where they're still able to be of benefit and help to humanity and to guide us. And so let's take a look at what would the shaman like us to know about Jupiter, the growth of prosperity and good fortune that's coming to our way. Okay. The lower world, which is 31, which is 4. And so let's take a look. You can see it's very dark and beautiful. It's blue again, like the communication. And underneath the deck, the Beauty Way. And this card I get a lot. It's also 4. It's the actual 4. And so, yeah, I said to the deck, I said, which card would best represent my spiritual path? And this is the card that came up. And it comes up a lot. And it's so beautiful to think of the water lily growing up through the muck and the dirt and all of those hard and difficult times you had in your life, and coming and blossoming into the world. And then birthing from that is the magnificent and beautiful dragonfly, which both has a lot of beauty and practicality in their life. And the beauty way to me just for some reason means healing. That as we walk down the beauty way in the shaman experience, in the growth experience, in the abundance experience, in the true experience, the lower realms, the upper realms, as we walk through this beauty way, healing will come to our hearts. What is more healing than to be able to smell a rose? I remember when I was in dental school, I would walk to school every morning because I lived fairly close to the school. And as I'd walk to school, I'd always walk past a whole bunch of roses down a path. And in Loma Linda in Southern California, they bloom most of the time. It's almost never. Like, there's one time a year, they cut all the roses down really short and they let them grow back. And it's like 1 month when they're not blooming. So all year long, as I'm walking into school, I would always stop and smell a rose and try to find the most beautiful rose or the best smelling rose, and just stop and smell a rose. So while this may be a water lily coming up out of the water, to me it also reminds me of a rose in the beautiful way that that God is asking us to walk down. And as we bloom into this world, a true worker of light for Him, and birthing from that and coming forth is the dragonfly full of light. And it's kind of like a firefly dragonfly. It has a lot of glowy energy to it. And so Jupiter is wanting to open up to us, and the work of the shaman in this world are wanting to open to us the beauty. So right now there will be a lot of things destroyed in the fires, destroyed in the hurricanes, destroyed in the virus, and in other things that are happening in the world right now. And these are just in the US. And so as these things happen, remember that through death, through the muck and the dirt, comes this beautiful flower of life. And that's what Jupiter reminds us of, that growth, abundance, and the lucky beauty of the lily in that mucky pond. So let's take a look at the lower world. I want to read a little bit more about it. I'm pretty sure I have some idea, but let me... Okay. So this card is a little hard to see on the camera. There's kind of like this entity rising out of a pool, and there are these big tall mountains behind you. Yeah. Okay. So the lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconsciousness. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. I like that. So don't worry about what's gone in the past. Think of your future as this heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors, their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. Are you one of those people who do not like to face the past? Now your past is calling to be acknowledged, to be heard, and to be embraced. The only way to become unstuck is to honor everything that has transpired in your life. Reflect on the lessons learned and move on. If you bear witness to your past and learn its lessons, it will stop haunting you. As you embrace its gifts, you will recover a missing part of your soul. A missing part of your soul. So, soul retrieval, you're going to find your soul in the lower world. So, it's really neat because I just had this great connection come into my mind, and that is, tell the stories. Tell the old stories. Hear the old lessons. And that has to do with this communication. So Arvel wants to sit around and tell stories. And the shaman are telling you, sit around and tell the stories and let those stories release you into a new life. Well, I hope that this was beneficial for you, and that as we look at Jupiter direct, we look at the abundance, the joy, the luckiness, all the things that are unfolding for us in this time, and that we can grasp onto. Jupiter is a planet associated with growth, prosperity, and good fortune. So during this cosmic shift, it will feel like pure magic is in the air. Jupiter direct brings positive inspiration, bursts of abundance, and unexpected miracles, wonderful opportunities, and cheerful optimism and happiness. So I wish you all the best today and every day. Please subscribe, like my channel, and thank you for coming and listening to this little message that we have been offered. Thank you to our guides and our leaders and those helping us understanding our walk here in the physical realm. Okay, many blessings. See you soon.